Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome to my video about my experiences at the Armageddon Expo in Christchurch at Horncastle Arena from the 1st to the 3rd of June of 2019, of which I attended the first and second days, so Saturday and Sunday, and that is what these experiences will be based upon. If you have watched previous year's versions of these videos, normally nearer the end there is a haul video. This year the haul video will actually be separated from this one. So if you want to watch just the hauls, that will come out tomorrow. If you want to continue to watch me waffle about my day, welcome. Right off the bat, if you were one of the people that I photographed, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. If you want the photo, I can send it to you. Otherwise, all the photos are up on Facebook. Now Facebook does throttle the images, so if you want them, like I said, I can give them to you, and then from there, if you want to edit them or Photoshop them, that's cool, you can do that. Crediting me is entirely optional. If you want to credit me on Facebook, then use my art page on Facebook, and if you're on Instagram, then credit my art page on Instagram. Hopefully my phone wasn't too loud then, because this is the 7th time I have recorded this video, and I really hope to get it done. Hopefully this time the battery doesn't die, or the SD card doesn't error out, which is what happened last time. So, experiences. I will start, I think this year, just sort of saying that on Saturday I left quite maybe disillusioned is the best word for it. Last year when I did Ghost Rider and Bane as cosplays, unfortunately they tanked, and this year the Ginger Wolverine or Gingerine and the I Ship Us Kylo Ren also tanked. So doing the Gingerine stuff on the Saturday kind of left me a little disheartened a bit. The day didn't entirely go how I wanted it to, but overnight I sort of thought, well, I don't want somebody else to feel the way I feel. So on Sunday I'm going to try to track down the people that I missed on Saturday and get as much opportunity as I can to talk with people and network. So unfortunately on the Saturday I missed some of you because I was networking with people, or I just got sidetracked with my photos. I saw you, I tried to track you down. Hopefully you don't mind me using your name, but Jess and your sister, I saw you from a distance. I fumbled my camera, I fumbled everything that I had, and by the time that I assembled myself, you had disappeared. So when I caught you on the Sunday, I was adamant that I wanted to try to get you photos, and I managed to do it. Thank you. It was great to see you again. What else was there? My biggest shout out has to go to BB. BB went to the expo early and she picked up some stuff for me. While I was having a panic attack, she helped calm me down. She probably doesn't realise that, but she did. And JD, you are exactly the same. You also helped calm me down while I was panicky. And that is also probably why I was perhaps a little abrasive, or a little difficult to converse with. I was having a panic attack the whole time, and unfortunately, because I've been a recluse for a number of months again, my conversational skills have gone down, because the only thing I talk to is a microphone when I'm doing my Let's Plays virtually. So getting the time to socialise with people, that was actually a very beneficial thing. And the other thing that sort of had me feeling quite down on the Saturday is that some of the interactions, or I would say lack of interactions, I had with people was kind of hurtful. You know, like, I can understand in a busy environment that you might not hear me, but when I am standing right in front of you and you're looking at me and still ignoring me, that hurt. Now, I'm not going to name who those people were. I'm sure you know who you are if you're going to watch this, which I doubt you are. But that really put a downer on it for me. And of course, just having the anxiety itself made it very difficult. So it made me query whether or not I wanted to continue to do events in the future. But I think I said before, I didn't want other people to feel the way I felt at that moment. So I pushed myself back out there. Next year, what I will be doing is finding a spot. I will set up my camera there, and you know, my cosplays and stuff. So if you want a photo taken by me, you'll know where to find me. And if you want a photo of me, you'll know where to find me. Because one of the things I talked with the Wolfman and Casey, Wolfman / Casey Jones, was that in an event like that, particularly that arena, you can have the person you want to see and yourself on different sides of the arena. And if you move in the same sort of direction, clockwise, anti-clockwise, at the same sort of pace, you will continue to miss each other. Now, I suspect that that's actually what happened with some of the North Canterbury cosplayers that didn't see me on the Saturday, but I managed to catch on the Sunday. It was a case of I was on one side while you might have been on the other. But the fact that I managed to catch up with you on the Sunday was actually really, really cool. I believe I got photos of 2 of you. Unfortunately, I didn't realise that the third one of you actually was in cosplay too, and I would have happily taken their photo, which I suppose is a good point to interject. If you see me and you want a photo taken, tell me. Okay, I won't find that as a pushy thing. In some cases, it's actually going to be extremely helpful to me, because it can be hard to get around everyone and stuff, and that's why next year I plan to do the set up in an area thing, because I feel bad stopping in the laneways and holding it up. It feels a bit rude. I know I shouldn't do it, but it's like it's in the moment decision. Now, the person I would have to thank for this, I think, might be named Kerry. It was a Death Eater. He pointed me out to use a black background, and I was very appreciative of that pointing out, because of course panicky brain didn't think of it, and that actually worked extremely well. But I think next year what I'll do is try to set up somewhere that's in that out of ring, and we'll take it from there. For those of you that took the time to chat with me, I'm very, very appreciative of that. It was actually really good to get to know some of you, particularly after we've been following each other on Instagram and Facebook for like over a year. And as a side note to that, if you are interested in perhaps collaborating, whether that's via video or doing a photo shoot, it would be cool to talk to you about that. The only stipulations that I would have for anything like that is that it's public. So Ideas that I've got at the moment are to use like Canterbury Museum, the Botanical Gardens or Hagley Park, and the Art Centre, and probably Central Town itself. So if you're interested in collaborating with stuff, that would be pretty cool. Next year I plan to have a video camera as well. And one of the things I would like to do is actually, perhaps before Armageddon and after Armageddon or throughout the year, sit down and do interviews with people. So if you're interested in that, full disclosure, I am an amateur photographer, amateur videographer. It will be a learning thing for me, and I just think it would be cool to like document what people are working on or what their passions are, particularly if they're an artist or a musician or something, and use that as a board to inspire other people, because I think that as a community, particularly in cosplay, we have varying degrees of skills and backgrounds, and that means that we can inspire a lot of people by sharing our stories and our experiences. So I don't really want to name names of people, but actually I don't think I need to. Everybody that had an interaction with me, I'm very appreciative of. On the event itself, I liked the openness of those lanes. I liked the mixture of vendors. I know that some people have brought up issues around inappropriate merchandise. Now, I personally didn't see it, but if you did, I suggest you either make a video yourself that documents it, or B, and this is the stronger one, I will leave a link down below to the feedback thread. Leave feedback that tells the people that run it what issues you had, because it's only by bringing up these issues and talking about them that we can make a better event. For the event itself next year, one thing I would like to see is that there are 2 designated exits, not an entry and an exit like there was this year, because when you're having a panic attack and you need to get outside and the only other outside is that bar area where people go to smoke, being told that you need to go through the arena to get to the other side to get out makes it very difficult. So I think that they need to use the 2 outer doors as the out and the 2 middle doors as the entry for the public and the pre-order tickets. And on the pre-order tickets, prop check should really be on the other side of that, not inside where the paying ticket people are. I get why the prop check was where it was, but yeah, you have to backtrack through people coming in order to get your props checked, and that was really silly. All around, very good experience. For those that I talked with, I'm appreciative. Those that allowed me to take photos, very appreciative. Those of you that hugged me, thank you. It's not often that I get hugged, and I actually really love hugs. I love giving hugs, whether that's, you know, easy hugs or big crushing bear hugs. I just like them all around. One of the people that I really have to shout out to is the Casey Jones Wolfman. I have interacted with you over multiple years. I have taken your photo over multiple years, so to get to know your secret identity was something that I really appreciated, because I've always wondered who you were, and it meant a lot. And I hope that at future events I get to sit down and talk with you again. Personally, I don't drink, so I can't say maybe we can share a beer or something, but maybe we can share a water or something and just get to know each other. And with next year's event, I would also like to bring along card games or something so that we can actually sit down and get to know each other. So all in all, even though I left Saturday quite disheartened, by the end of Sunday I was pretty pumped again, pretty into it. What I might have to do is work on separating my cosplay from my photography, because it's very difficult to do both. And maybe that's where the main issue lies, because, you know, maybe you want a photo of me but I'm doing the photography stuff and you don't feel comfortable asking. But I like to think that I'm an approachable person, so who knows? Whatever the future brings is what it brings, and I look forward to it. So I know that this has been rambly and perhaps not as good as other years that I've done it, but I think I already said this is the 7th time I shot it. I think I covered everything I wanted to. I perhaps didn't name all the names I wanted to, but I do this all off the cuff. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you at future events. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.